Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie, and if you're new here, welcome. I talk about all things lifestyle, cooking, hair, as well as just normal chit chats about life in general. So today's video is going to be about friendships. We all have friends, right? Unless you're a loner. But I believe we all have friends, and it dawned on me some time ago, like a couple of days ago, I was thinking about this whole friendship thing and how much content there is out there about being a girlfriend, or how to be a good girlfriend, how to be a wife, how to be a husband, and all that jazz. But there's hardly much content about how to be a good friend. So this is what prompted me to come here and talk to you about friendships. I've had my fair share of friendships that did not work out, and others that have worked out till now, like I've just developed them as I've gone along. And from that, from my various experiences, I have learned to recognize a few things that have helped me become a good friend, and I believe that you could benefit from this as well. So first things first, friendships, just like any other relationships, requires effort and time. So if you're not ready to put in that effort, just be ready to see friendships die, because if you don't water your friendships, just as you don't water a plant, it's going to die. What I would emphasize on is that always try to make time for your friends and put in that effort. As much as you put in an effort, they should also be putting in effort, because it takes two to tango, right? And if you really believe that that friendship is bringing out the best in you and is helping you to grow, then you should make time for it. You should put in that effort by visiting each other, for example, by meeting up regularly, because if you do not see your friend in a while, you kind of start drifting away. And I'm not saying that you need to see your friends every week or every day, no, but as friends you should always remember to say, oh, you know what, girl, we've not met each other in person like since I don't know when. You can't remember the last time you met each other, but it's just good to be aware of certain things and say, okay, I'll make time on such and such a weekend, because we all live busy lives, and you don't expect your friends to just have that time to be seeing you every week or every day. So definitely try and make time for your friends. And the other thing I would say is not only just meeting up, you could just even as simple as calling them. If I'm the one that's always calling you, at some point I'll be like, oh, okay. It feels like a one-sided thing, and it shouldn't be that way. If your friends you should if your friend is constantly calling you, you should also just take a sit back and think, oh, okay, I should also make the effort to call them, because that way that person will feel like cherished as well, rather than just being, oh, I'm a by the way thing. The other aspect that I would emphasize on is being trustworthy. If you're not trustworthy, you are not entering my circle, period. Right? Because as you grow older, to be honest, you just can't be bothered with drama. You can't be bothered with unnecessary jibby jabber. You just want a friend that you can just open up to, a friend that that I can say things in front of, and I'm not going to hear of this elsewhere. The other thing that I would say is that for you to be a good friend, you need to respect boundaries. With boundaries, honestly, most people tend to misinterpret them, and it took me a while. I'm still working on it as well, to respect the fact that, okay, maybe this person is not ready to allow you into a particular space at a particular time, and it makes you feel some type of way, like, oh, okay, so I'm not that much of a friend to her, not knowing that, okay, that person might just not feel like you're the best person to allow into at that, over a particular topic or issue she might be going through, or he might be going through. So just be aware and be respectful of the boundaries that that I have made or your friend has made, and yeah, accept. And you shouldn't take things so hard just because someone has not opened up to you about a particular thing, and you think, oh, I guess we're not that cool. No, you are cool because I'm still talking to you. I still consider you as a friend. So yeah, that's something that one has to be mindful of. The other component of being a good friend, I believe, is being a good listener. There will be times where your friend just calls you just to vent, and you need to realize when just to listen and not try and solve her problems or his problems. Because let's face it, if I really wanted your advice, I would say, okay girl, this is what's happening, and such and such a thing, right? You'll be then able to give me that advice because I had asked for it. However, there's situations or instances where your friend just wants to vent, so just be a good listener and listen to her and let it out. The other thing I would emphasize on, for you to be a good friend, you need to be consistent. Consistency is key in any relationship. You need to be consistent in your communication, for example, how frequent you communicate or how frequent you meet up. So try and be consistent as you can, just so that you maintain that momentum, because once you lag on it, the other person will start feeling like, oh, what's going on? Like, it's just natural for one person to think, oh, okay, is everything okay? And you start wondering. But if you're consistent, then there won't be any room for one to start over analyzing situations that are not even there. In a nutshell, those were the few points that I wanted to share with you that I've learned along my various friendship circles that I have developed and nourished as I have grown older. And the other thing I wanted to also touch on is sometimes if these things are not in place, you do find that you end up having a friendship breakup. The majority of us have had a friendship breakup at one point or the other. And one thing you should know is that they hurt. One thing I've always learned to do is try and reflect on what happened. Why did that friendship just break down? And what role did I play in it not working out? Because let's face it, it takes two to tango. You might say, oh no, she did that, he did that, blah blah blah, but it takes two to tango. So you played a role in it, and you need to have the decency of looking into yourself and saying, okay, how was I a friend to her or him? Was I a good friend? Was I a bad friend? How could I be a better friend in future? Doing that has really helped me mend friendships that broke up like time ago, maybe 5-6 years. And this is a true story. And it took a while for that friendship to get back to a brand new friendship, because I don't believe that we picked up from where we left. We definitely went separate ways, but then at some point in life our paths crossed again. So the point that I'm trying to make is, whenever you have a friendship breakdown, it means that something didn't go well, something didn't go right, and you both played a part in that friendship breaking down. And it could be that there was no consistency anymore. It could be that that trust just ceased to exist in that friendship. It could be that boundaries were not respected. It could be that there was just no communication at all, or you misinterpreted things. Yeah, so just be mindful of those things and try to reflect on things that didn't work out, with the goal of being a better friend in the future. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I'm excited to hear about your perspectives on friendships and whether you've been through a friendship breakup. How did it go? How did you handle it? Do let me know. And as usual, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I shall see you in my next video.